All right, today on Video Attack, we are looking at Costume Quest. My favorite game that I've played this year, although it did not come out this year.
So Costume Quest, debatably an indie game. It's by Double Fine, which actually are a major studio, but like I said, this isn't technically only indies. We can just play whatever we want on here. So we're doing Costume Quest. This game is a pseudo-Japanese RPG, actually. It's a turn-based RPG. You play as a group of children out trick-or-treating on Halloween, and you can turn into your costumes during battles, where it's debatable whether or not you're actually just hitting people with foam swords and it is your imagination that is driving your fights, or if it's just some kind of magic that's making you appear as giant robots and unicorns and fantastical creatures. But anyway, your sibling, you can pick to be a boy or a girl at the beginning of this game, gets captured, and you must save them on Halloween while trick-or-treating. It's all very fun, it's all very nostalgic. I wouldn't really necessarily say it's like the most original gameplay in the world. If you've played a turn-based RPG, you'll be pretty familiar with the mechanics here, but it's really, really fun, and it's really, really well made.
Give me a chance to say something here, Woody. You're so dead wrong. It is so unique in all its aspects. No, you're right. It's pretty straightforward, cookie-cutter style RPG turn-based. However, your 8-year-old protagonist, Halloween night, the imagination's running wild. You're probably viewing the events through the eyes of an 8-year-old. But it is awesome, just the setting that the game takes place in. Regardless of the cookie-cutter style combat that they have, just the world it puts you in is enough.
I don't say the turn-based combat is a negative at all. I'm just saying it's fairly typical turn-based combat, but I really like turn-based combat, so I don't mind that.
I do like how every single time it's your turn, you can get a critical by timing it right.
Yes.
The one thing that always bothered me when I was playing an RPG of some sort is it essentially just did it for you. You just have a certain percentage chance of doing a critical. It's like, I want to take criticals into my own hands.
I would say Double Fine definitely has a talent for writing, children so that they are not annoying and that they are actually interesting characters. They did it with this. They did it with Psychonauts. They've done it with a couple of other games they've done. And that's probably what saves this game, because kids can be really annoyingly written in a lot of stuff. This, not at all.
And it's nicely done, too, because it's not like it's adult dialogue coming from a child. But, as you said, not annoying, not a brat. So, it's like the Peanut Gallery, but 3D models on Halloween.
I'd maybe go more towards Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah. That's bet, yeah.
If there was a Calvin and Hobbes video game, this would be the Calvin and Hobbes video game. Another note, what I want to say is that there's a few sort of genius aspects to this in terms of its design. How they get around designing their encounters with how the costumes work for your battle forms is a really good way to reduce the amount of assets they had to make for this, since they can reuse those and it never feels cheap. They don't have to make as many models. I think that's a really genius way to get around making a smaller game like this. Good on them for figuring out how to do that well. The one thing I will point out about this game that you need to be careful of is there is a game-breaking glitch in this game that you need to avoid. It's very hard to encounter, but it triggers in one specific incident. I encountered this, and I have never finished the game because of it.
Okay, you're going to tell us exactly what it is, right? Because
yes,
after playing this game for roughly 10-15 minutes, I could no longer contain myself, and I purchased the full game. So I need to know where this glitch is.
If you have purchased it today, you have already gotten past the glitch problem. In the transition from the second to third area, there used to be a glitch where you would get barred from progress, and there was no way to get through other than starting your game over. And it was a random glitch, and how it happened was if you downloaded a certain version of the game and then didn't update it with an update that you could get online, that would happen. And what happened to me was that I bought the game on sale, and I went to go play it when I didn't have access to the internet, because I figured, oh, well, I got a bunch of games I've downloaded and haven't played, so I'll play it there. But, as it turns out, I got to that point, and I couldn't go any further, and I would have had to start the game over. So I've never gotten past that point, because I never went back and played it again.
Wow. That's a bummer.
So, that kind of ruined a bit of my enjoyment to this game, because I really, really like this game. Up to that point. Psychonauts probably one of my favorite games of all time. If you like the tone of Costume Quest, Chicho, you can go download Psychonauts too, because that's on Games on Demand on 360 too.
Well, there you have it, people. Go buy Psychonauts.
Go buy everything Double Fine has ever made.